our SVP, Miss Sanaz Human. Welcome. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. We love you.
Thank you, my love. Thank you so much. A good evening to all. I apologize. I was rushing from the office and it's been a busy weekend. I don't even know how I'm holding up, but thank you so much for covering for me till I got on.
You're most welcome. And I knew you would have been on the job. I knew you would have been on the job and you would have been doing what you want to do, passionately do all the
Thank
time.
you. I actually have some good stuff coming your way. So I'm going to share with everybody some really cool updates. First of all, good night, good morning, good afternoon for everybody that's on. So there's a lot of stuff happening. For those of you who have been following our social media, you saw FERI was on the runway this weekend. Opulence Global represented at the Living Lux, which is the largest interior design show. It was so epic. Everybody was in love with our products. Everybody was loving our fashion so very much. So if you didn't get a chance to go see the highlights, go on our social media, get a last glimpse of it. And I gotta tell you guys a really funny story. Sandeep, I took her one night and I said to her, because I took different staff, different nights. One night I took her, Jordan was with me, Amir was with me. Another night I took other staff. Today I got into the office on Monday and she said to me, Sanaz, I always thought going to fashion shows was so glamorous. And now that I've gone with you, I see you're either backstage, you're running around, then you're to the front, then you're to the backstage, and you're getting the models ready, you're making sure hair is ready, you're making sure everything looks perfect. And now I know like it takes a lot of hard work to build a brand and to do what we do. And that's why we're so ahead of the game. And you fight for the brand. Like you have these very high standards of what we do. And I was like, absolutely. And I want all of you to have that same vision because FERI, I remember when we had FERI on the runway in 2015. That was our largest fashion show. I'm working on bringing the next one to all of you, which I will probably be announcing next week. God willing, next week. We are doing some final site visits to sign the contract for your convention. I cannot wait. Yes, it's going to be in Toronto. It's going to be absolutely epic. It's going to be absolutely insane. For those of you who never saw FERI on the runway live, well, get ready because it will be epic. And it will be on the runway. It will be with the Toronto Fashion Network. I'm going to be collaborating with them. They're going to be managing the runway, all of the clothing. I mean, it's going to be epic. So I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes and trying to get everything ready for all of you. But I can't wait to show all of you all the amazing, insane things that your company and your brand has. Because that's what this business is all about. So that's one big announcement. I just wanted to let you guys all know that something really big is coming. And I don't even know where I got my energy from today, but I'm extremely tired. But there's some really good stuff coming. So stay tuned because we are already working on it. By the way, I already want to let you guys know that we have many of our distributors from different countries applying for their visas. So if you're planning on coming and you haven't applied for your visa, there is no excuse because you guys can be doing your visas coming in now. It takes time to go through the paperwork. It takes time to put the money together. And at the same time, next week, I will be doing also the announcement as it will be the convention week. Can you imagine? This next week was supposed to be our convention week in Dubai. So we will be actually sharing with all of you, the monies that are going back to you and how it's going to get back to you and how you could rebook it for your Toronto convention. If you also want to get the convention for with a partner of yours, so somebody that's in your organization, or you have a prospect of some sort, you can do that as well. So lots of good stuff is coming your way. Get ready for that. That is the first thing. Secondly, I wanted to share with all of you, as you know, I have a big place in my heart for charities. And so a couple of months ago, I was approached by an organization called AIM. And what they do is uh, aiding children with autism. These are for families that have children that need support, that need care, that need teachings. And so what we did is we did the charitable event this past weekend. We did FERI on the runway. I actually auctioned off multiple of our pieces. I also had other friends, like my friend who's an artist. I collect this art, Max Jamali, and many other people that were involved. Toto International was involved, which basically they do the most beautiful, luxurious toilets. There was a golf tournament that was auctioned off. And I am so happy to say, are you guys ready for the drum roll? We raised over $80,000 for Autism for Children, and it was such an amazing blessing. FERI got a standing ovation when we did the auction. Our model was an ex-ballroom dancer, an athlete. She was absolutely mesmerized. And I met so many phenomenal people. There's a lot of phenomenal people that don't know about our company and our brand. And honestly, all of you guys need to get really, really loud about what we're doing because everybody wanted to know who we were. Everyone wanted to know who's FERI. And 100% of the proceeds went to children with autism. And I was so ecstatic to be around all these phenomenal people to raise money for such a good cause. So it was a really, really, really exhausting weekend. Uh, I can't tell you how tired I was, but it was a very, very rewarding weekend. Just raising money, working hard. I was most of this time behind the scenes, behind stage, but I was helping set up. So tomorrow we're going to have a new reel go out. I'll share it in some of the chat groups. Feel free to share that because really it's all about making a difference, and your company is making a difference. Your company is out there being loud and being so proud and blessing families and changing lives. And that is what your company is doing. So while so many people are struggling in the world, not only are we working extremely hard to build a business, but we're working extremely hard to change our community, to shape the world to become a better place, to bless families that are truly in need, that need the help. And your company is doing that. So we are so, so ecstatic to be a part of this amazing community and to be able to help communities and to be able to help these parents that they don't know. And I've already talked to the coordinator about Fountain of Life and what it does and their scientific team, and how we're able to also help some of the older kids, because there is young adults that are 18, 19 years old. And I want to tell you, I'm a person that always wakes up with gratitude. And tonight's training is supposed to be how to build your business with our tools. And so I wanted to talk about the first thing before I kind of pull up some of the tools. This is a tool. This is being loud. It's about having your business cards. It's about sharing with people what you do. It's about being excited about what your products do. It's about being loud about, being at participating in events. Even if it's like doing a fashion show in a local event that you're doing, and sponsoring events and giving away free products. That really comes back tenfold in whatever you do. So it is so important that all of you become very, very involved in the marketplace, whether it's markets. Like I had one of my cousins who was at a show. She went to a show in Aurora, and she's like, "I met Mavis," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And she's like, "I saw Fountain of Life." And so I was like, yeah, it's all about being out there. And when you're consistent, by the way, people get to know you. When you're consistent and you go to these shows, people remember you. And I want to tell you one of the key things that I've always said, I've always, 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 always said, is that in life, in business, in anything, consistency is the key. Because would you all agree that we have such a big roller coaster in life? We all have highs and lows, right? We all have challenges in life. We all have roller coasters that happens to us. We all have adversities. I can promise all of you this month, in the month of April, you've all had some sort of adversity. Yeah? I'm sure you've had. Every single person has had some sort of adversity. I don't care where you live. I don't care who your family is. I don't care if you're married or not. What's your age? What's your demo? Everyone has had some sort of challenge. You know what that's called? Life. And if you didn't go through some sort of adversity, if you didn't go through something in life that you kind of went, then you're not living. Yeah, you're just isolated in like a little box, and you are a robot that's just programmed to do the next thing over and over and over. So as long as you're going through adversities, that means you are living life. You are going through the challenges of life. And with God's grace, we become stronger and we work through our adversities to become a better version of ourselves each and every single day. Yeah. And when you surround yourself around amazing people that uplift you, things change. Let me tell you one thing that was a very, very, very difficult thing I had to do recently. So I have been friends with someone for more than 15 years. Okay. And the more I started to grow, the more I started to outgrow this person. And this person not only was not even supporting me in my business, but she was becoming a big downer in my business. She would give me negative feedback about my product. She would give me negative feedback about my events. She would come to events and kind of like be negative energy. And this is someone I've known for 15 years, okay? And I met her through the business. I met her through an event. And so for many years, I wanted to cut the ties, but I was like, oh, I'm friends, we're friends. When we go out, we have a good time. But I started to realize that she serves me no purpose in life, and that I'm the one who's constantly pouring into her. I am the one who's constantly there for her. She always benefits from all of the things that I do in life. There's always that giving, 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 and there's always receiving, 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 but never supporting my business, never referring my business. I noticed some of the people that I knew through her wanted to buy products and they would end up not buying products. So I started to see a pattern over and over and over. And so you know what I decided to do? Gently, just cut the tie. And I'm going to tell you why. It was because I felt like it was draining me, as opposed to inspiring me. And so the reason I share that with you is sometimes in life, you have people that are sucking the energy out of you that you constantly try to pour into. And it doesn't make sense. What makes sense is for you to pour into people that will pour back into you, and not make your cup empty, but your cup full. And sometimes those life decisions are extremely hard to make because you want to make calculated decisions. You don't want to make emotional decisions. And this was not an emotional decision. If I see her, I'll hug her, I'll say hello. It's not like there's negativity or animosity, but in business, there's no reason for me to get her involved in my events or invite her to be a part of it. And by the way, if she was to ever ask me, I would clearly state it and let her know that I want to be around people that, love what I do and have a passion and support and, are basically understanding what's important for me. and be supportive of my business. And so I wanted to just share that with you to inspire you, to let you know, even at my level where I've built this business, I've built an empire, I'm extremely strong minded, I'm extremely successful at what I do. I still have to make these type of decisions as well. And it's not often that I have to cut ties of that kind of long relationships. But I started to outgrow this person so much that I started to feel the gap. And every time there was an event, it was just such a big gap. So I just want to share that with you and to inspire you that sometimes growth, you go through the different sort of waves of life as well. Okay. All right. So now I want to share with you, as we've always talked about, tools. So the whole principle of our business has always been based on the tools. And if you're brand new to our company, I want to let you guys know that our business is a business that's a living, breathing business. Yes? So our business is all about inspiring you. Our business is all about showing people how to build a business and how to duplicate a business. And if you're making notes, I want you to write this down. People don't duplicate, but systems duplicate. And people that are looking at your business are looking at two things. What's your business? How do you build your business? What's your business? And can I do it? And if you make it complicated, and if you make it difficult, and if you don't make it system driven, then people are confused on how to build a business. So, what you want to take a look at is that everything that you do, the people in your organization can do. So, you guys ready for this? The reason, number one, everyone that was in the Toronto boot camp or has been signing up brand new partners will see that we added the comp plan book inside of the catalogs. Yes? Inside of your welcome kit. And now you're also able to purchase the compensation plans to help better guide you into the business. And the reason we created this, and the reason we've created the rank LD1, LD2, LD3, is so that you can track your business. Did you guys know that? The rank advancements helps to know how many other people are you duplicating. You could be a wealth of knowledge and not duplicate anything in your business. And if your duplication doesn't happen, the compensation plan doesn't kick in. The compensation plan is meant to get you to have a pathway to success. The compensation plan is designed for duplication to start happening in your organization. The compensation plan was created not for it to be manipulated, because when manipulation happens, the duplication process does not happen. If you, for example, have ranked advanced, oh, hold on one second. Did I lose you or do we? Oh no, I'm there. So if your organization, for example, is not duplicating at the rate you want, if the residual income is not kicking into your business the way that you want to, it's because of the fact that you haven't been able to build a structure into your organization that is going to duplicate and multiply. And this is the example I always use. I say, how many disciples did Jesus originally have, right? He had 12 disciples, right? And then, of course, how many followers does he have today? It's no different. It's all about duplication, and it's all about telling and receiving and duplicating. And if you can follow that principle, and if you can follow a guide, then you could create a lot of success. I also share with people, why do people worship together? Why do people go to church or synagogue or mosque and they pray together, and to a holy place? Why do they all go? If you've ever prayed alone, you get a chance to repent and pray. But when you pray in strength with numbers, how much more powerful is that prayer? How much more inspiring is that prayer? Your business is no different. When you preach and when you practice together, it's more inspiring. It's more exhilarating. It's more, It's strength in numbers, as we call it. Yeah. So it's very, very important to make sure that you do that. Now, I want to just take you to some of the areas that maybe some of you are not utilizing in your business, because there is tons and tons of material that is on your website. And let me just press share here. So again, a lot of the tools that was designed here on your page was meant to be this incredible inspirational page for all of you to go out there and to utilize your website. So every month, whatever the season is, first of all, we are changing fashion, personal care, health. We're basically updating it. As you all may or may not know, we have login for your back office. We have the language that can translate through Google of all the different languages that if you're sending it to someone brand new, it can do it. We have such a huge diaspora of the Chinese community that we have translated to Chinese right ready to go. But, we also have so many tabs up here. We have our promotions, we have our events, about us, VIP shopper, opportunity, gift card, lookbook, contact us. But one thing I want to share with all of you is, your opportunity page is getting to know who Opulence Nation is. And so some of the stuff that all of you should be doing is going out there in your back office, uploading your picture so that when you are in the back office or someone goes to your page, they are actually able to see right here what you are actually filling in. So contact me. When you go to your back office, you can actually fill in your photo. Did you know that? And so you could customize it. And the homework I wanted to give everybody is that, would you agree that when we go to websites, there's no personal touch? We spent some good time to be able to get you to customize for you to go out there and for you to put a beautiful picture of yourself. So are you guys ready for some pointers? Here we go. Be in a business attire. Put on your best suit. For the gentlemen, wear a tie. If you're not a tie person, wear a nice blazer. Ladies, be professional. Ladies, don't be provocative. Nobody needs to see your cleavage. We want to make sure it's professional, it's beautiful. Don't wear sunglasses in your photo. I know we have beautiful sunglasses. I know everybody wants to show off the sunglasses. But what you want to do is you want to show a professional shot. And so what you want to do is you want to show people what's your business. You want to show your people, that you dress for success, and you want to show them a nice smile. So you want to show people something that is beautiful, something that will resonate with them, something that will make them feel welcome. Again, you don't need to be goofy. You don't need to be doing this type of stuff. I mean, even though it's so much fun, but you want it to be a really professional picture. And I think some of you are sitting there saying, duh, of course. But some people have it. Some people have, and they're sticking their tongue out. Some people are wearing glasses. Some people are being very goofy. Some people are not dressed appropriately. Like they have their hoodie on with like sunglasses. To be honest with you, I would never buy anything from you if I went to your website and you're wearing a hoodie and you're wearing sunglasses and you look like you're, just chilling. Yes, it's a home-based business, but you want to be as professional because people are attracted to strength, not weakness, right? So you want to make sure that I'm going to share again, when you go to the website, people can see a beautiful picture of you. And as well, you can do a little write-up for yourself. Right here it says, welcome to my Opulence Global website. Hope you're enjoying your stay here. Send me a message and I will get in touch with you and answer your questions. If there's something that you want to write, you can customize it. And then, of course, you can write a message. Everything gets verified on Cloudflare for you as well. And then, of course, one of the other things as well that we want to do is, if you want to get people to look at the opportunity, I always like to share the opportunity here. And I'm going to share with you guys why. The reason we kind of put this video together, which we are working on updating it, is so that people can step into Opulence and be able to take you through a PowerPoint. Now here, I speak English, I speak Spanish, I speak French. I even speak Chinese. I speak Hebrew, and I speak Thai. Swadika. So I speak all these languages on this YouTube. If you haven't watched it, go and have some fun. We actually recorded this last year of April. We are probably going to be doing the new update sometime in May to give you guys the new version. But that's if you cannot present it yourself. If you can present it yourself, there's slides here, and you could send this to somebody and just take them through the slides yourself. Yes? And you can tell them a little bit about the company. You can tell them about the products. These are tools. So as opposed to you trying to do a 2-minute elevator pitch, every single one of you as a CEO of your own company should learn how to present every single one of these slides. Yes? And then of course you want to take them through the value of the different packages. And I think what a lot of people do is sometimes they start here. Do you know where I always start? So Sanaz, let me tell you about our exclusive package. This is the package that 90% of our people start at, the Lifestyle Advisor Designer Experience. It's called the LADE. It is absolutely phenomenal. The package value is $4,450, but you're getting a $10,000 price tag with that. Like you get that kind of value. A lot of times, by the way, do you know what the question is that people ask me? So I have to pay $4,400? How many of you in this chat have got that question where people kind of like, oh, you want me to pay for a package? And because of the way that you presented it. And if you've ever got that question, then yeah, that means you're presenting it. And I'm going to tell you how you're going to respond. You guys ready? The best way that you respond, and again, strength in your power, strength in your voice. They say, oh, I have to pay this much? And my answer, you know what it is? Absolutely. That's what it costs. That's what it only costs you to start an entire business for the rest of your life. And guess what? That's a one-time price. That gives you over $10,000 in volume. That gives you lifetime of 37% off of a sales discount off of all of our products. That gives you access to our e-commerce platform. That gives you access to fashion, health, and beauty. Isn't that such a great value? Ta-da! Really? Do they have any risk in paying $44.95? No. It's zero risk. How many of you have bought a jewelry piece? I actually had someone who I saw that just rejoined our business from 10 years ago. They're still wearing our jewelry. There's no risk in building our business. It is pure reward. You either improve your health, improve your skin, or get some jewelry in your pocket that goes up in value. There is absolutely no risk, full reward for joining our business. Agreed? Absolutely. But it has to come from your heart. You have to believe in it. This is the other way. You guys ready for my next way of presenting it? If you're brand new, you're just kind of getting to know my personality a little bit. I have a lot of fun when I'm training you guys. So it costs $4,450 for me to join. Well, yeah, yeah, like, so with that, there's lots of support. And I have an upline, and my upline is really good, but we're gonna build it. I mean, you're gonna make all your money back. But like, yeah, I know it's a lot of money. I know, yeah, but I'm gonna help you. And I wanted to start at that package, but I didn't start at that package, and I started at the 299. But you should do 44.50. And would you join me? None of you would join me if I answered you like that. How many of you have done that? How many of you have got nervous when they start to ask you how much does it cost, and you start to num, 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 and all of a sudden you are so reluctant and hesitant yourself that they're not even going to join you. People need to be seeing your strength, your belief. And guess what? Truly, it is a phenomenal business. How much does it cost to go start a business these days? How much does it cost to go create a website, online store, get a designer, get a graphics person, get an assistant, get someone to, do the brick and mortar? How many years of lease do you have to sign for brick and mortars? How many of you had done traditional business and you have to fight for your customers? I see it. My cousin right now opened a traditional brick and mortar store. She opened up a beautiful English garden cafe. She literally works from 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. between the food preps, organizing, driving to work, getting to work, cleaning up, washing all the dishes. She's working around the clock, and she's like, I'm probably making like $5 an hour if I'm making any money. And she has no life. She's deteriorating her health. There's no balance whatsoever. And guess what? Whether she likes it or not, if there's no customers, if she doesn't make money, do you think she still has to pay the rent? Do you think she still has to pay insurance? Do you think she still has to pay her employees? Do you think she still needs to do what she needs to do? Absolutely. Does she still need to stock up and make sure there's baked cookies and baked supplies, whether people buy it or not? Her opening up the cafe made me realize how easy our business is if you understood how easy it is. And all of you can be out there, you can have your jobs, you can be doing whatever you're doing. And as long as you're building this as a part-time business to convert it into a full-time income. Now, people ask me, Sanaz, if I have a job, if I'm working, at what point do I make a decision to quit? When do I replace my job with Opulence? When do I quit what I'm doing to do Opulence full-time? I always say, first of all, if you start to make the same amount of money in your business, in Opulence business, as your job, you've just replaced your job. Just with more fun. That's number one. But ultimately, what you want to do is you want to get your business to be creating you residual income every single month. And then increase and increase. If you're making 1,000, you need to go to 2,000. If you're making 2, you need to go to 5. If you're at 5, you need to go to 10. If you're at 10, you need to go to 20. If you're at 20, you need to go to 30 a month. That's when you're scaling your business. That is when you are building your business. That is when you are building your empire. And when you're building your empire, guess what's happening? You're naturally blessing other people that are building the same thing. And that's when you know you need to replace your income with Opulence fully and get rid of your job. That is your target. And so all of you should be writing your target. What is it? How much do I need to replace, if not duplicate, my income? Doubling your income. Sorry, I didn't mean to say duplicate. I meant to say double your income. If your current income is $5,000, let's get you to $10,000. If you make $10,000 additional income in your Opulence business for 3-4 months, would that pay some of the bills? Would that get rid of some of the stress in your life? I can promise you, absolutely. 100%. It will absolutely convert your life. It will pay some of your bills. It will get rid of the stress in your body. It will get rid of the stress in your life. And it'll also help you to bless other people. Because when you're making that kind of money, that means you're supporting other people that are making money as well. And guess what's going to happen? That duplication is going to become over and over and over and over. Guys, building a business is not hard. In our business, we have a proven track record. We have the products. We have a proven system. We have a compensation plan. We have all the tools that I'm sharing with you guys in your back office. Are you using it, or are you just looking at it? We have videos galore. We spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to give you confidence, a compensation plan, cutting edge product lines, company with credibility. And I'm going to also say a company with visibility. Look how transparent we are. We give you an international opportunity. We truly give you an opulent lifestyle where the opportunity is so focused at providing a life for each and every single one of you. At the palm of your hand, we have state-of-the-art website. We have state-of-the-art jewelry, Safe Home Revolution, promo material. How many of you are utilizing the promo material, for example? How many of you are going, like, for example, we just recently had our Toronto boot camp. How many of you go and buy the deluxe prospecting kit? By the way, if you haven't bought this deluxe prospecting kit, every single one of you should go on there and buy it tonight. Every single one of you should be giving this to every single prospect that you talk to. And the SKU number is 8322. 8322. Do you know what's inside of it? It's got the Fountain of Life brochure, the Safe Home Revolution brochure, media accolades, compensation plan book, and the Opulence Headcore brochure. Even if you're not giving it to your prospect, do you know what I would do with this? Put it into the chat. How could you utilize this? If some of you are out there that you're actually utilizing, how are you using this kit? How many of you are using this kit? Put into the chat. Yes. Give them to different people. That's one way. For presentate, I love it. Absolutely. Yes. So this could be a little kit along with your contact info. Yep. So this number one was created for you to sit there. You're sitting in a coffee shop. You're sitting in our lounge. You're sitting down somewhere. And you could use this as a prospecting tool. So you sit there and you present it. Guess what they're looking at? They are looking at your links and your prints. They're seeing, how do you do the business? Well, you see the gallery, you see our showroom, you see basically all of the products in the Safe Home Revolution, you see all of our media accolades, you see how to make the money, you see the product that you want to lead with. If Fountain of Life is it, you lead with Fountain of Life. And now you have this, and if you have not ordered this, I would highly recommend every single person to at least have one of these kits. SKU number 8322. Yeah? So that's one tool that I absolutely, absolutely love. Again, if you go onto the website, you click on the promo tab, there's a lot of other great stuff that you could utilize. So let's just say you already have Fountain of Life brochures. Let's say you already have all these other items. Well, now you can get the Chinese, by the way, compensation plan for our Asian team. Now you can actually get the book in English. You can buy them in packs of 5. You can get your Arctic Vita shaker. You can actually get your, brochures of the Safe Home Revolution, Canadian headquarters brochure if you wanted to. Our monthly headquarter pass right now, we've kind of are not utilizing. Is there for the Toronto people. Then we have the Mac Pack that we also are utilizing. The Mac Pack is also all of your prospecting tools that if someone is a very product-driven person and they want to know what you do, again, this is a pack of 7. I always say when you launch your business, you get this for your top 7 people. Again, I didn't want to put this on the PowerPoint. I wanted to just show you live where we have it, where these tools are. And these tools are what's going to duplicate your business. 7 of everything. And this is a way for you to go out there and to give it to your top 7, of course, people. And guess what happens? If you give this to a brand new person, when that brand new person launches, do you think they're going to go duplicate the same thing that you just did? Yeah, they should. You should teach them. By the way, I'm giving you 7. I ordered 7. I'm giving you 1 package. When you launch, when you're ordering your products, Order 7 of these, and every single time that someone brand new in your organization joins, you give them one of these. Or every single time that you sit down and you do a business presentation with someone, give them one of these. All of these, by the way, are also available digital. By the way, we have these corporate hoodies, we have corporate toques, we have corporate gear that you can be wearing. But that does not mean just because we got hoodies that you put on your hoodie and you put on your toque and you put your sunglasses on and you do a yo and you do a picture and you post it as your profile picture when you're posting. Yeah? You want to be professional. Banners. Banners are a phenomenal way to get out there and to share with people what our products are, especially if you're doing shows. This is a great way to do a pop-up for yourself. Fountain of Life books. By the way, did you see our new business cards? Okay, this is my favorite. It's the Fashion, Beauty, and Health business card. How cool are these? Look at that. You get the fashion, you get the personal care, you get the safe home and fashion. You put a beautiful QR code that you could do your beautiful name, your website, your phone number, Opulence Global Partner. It is professional. You get 500 of it. Their turnaround time is about 7 days. So again, it's all about more materials that you can get under the promo tables. Yeah. So under the promo tab, there is tons of material. And if you haven't taken the time to go out there and to basically shop, go ahead and do that. Some people say, why should I get the cruise pop-up banner? By the way, that's also the new FOL. And there's 4 different taglines that you can choose. Now being sold in 130 countries around the world. 30 drops a day to protect and preserve your well-being. Nature's most powerful plant antioxidant, used by hundreds of thousands of people in over 100 countries. And the cruise banners, by the way, and is so that you could put it out there when you're doing meetings and you could say you can qualify for a luxury cruise. If I'm holding local meetings in my market, I would always have my tools, my links and prints. By the way, for those of you who want to do donations, this is the Opulence Care donation that you can go under as well. And you want to make sure that you're getting the tools. We have Fountain of Life gift bags, Opulence gift bags, whenever you're giving away gifts. If you're doing demonstrations, we got towels and headbands and toothbrushes and pens that you can also utilize. A lot of great stuff, right? Did you guys know you have all those great tools in your back office? And so again, remember, people look at 2 things. What's the business? How to do the business? By the way, I am sharing my screen. I was sharing my screen. So if you weren't seeing what I was sharing, I was just sharing the website. Everybody could see it, right? This is what I was sharing. Can everyone see where I'm at? Yes, okay. I just want to make sure. So some people were saying, can you please share your screen? But I was sharing screen. I'm actually giving you my presentation from my screen. Perfect. I just want to make sure that my screen was showing about what I was talking about.
We want to thank you all for being here with us, for taking the time. This is our special moment when we share, when we get to hear the nuggets deposited, where we've seen our SVP share her gemstones of being successful. Remember, she started off in the business as a lifestyle advisor. Today, wow, unmatched, and continues as a very, very global philanthropist, doing and adding more value. As we said on Saturday, there is power, is strength, is having a servant's disposition. And this is who our SVP is. So we want to thank you all for joining us. We want to thank you all. We want to wish you all continued success. We have lots of powerful tools to use. Let's use it. I ordered my business cards. I ordered my drop cards, and I'm having fun using it. So thank you. Pleasant night, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow evening. Thank you.